Hey guys, how we doing? So something a little bit different. A while ago I watched a video from Geekdom 101. I do like Geekdom 101, he does some really good discussion stuff. Explaining Xeno Goku, because Dragon Ball Heroes was coming out, and I was like, who the hell is Xeno Goku? Because I don't follow any of these random stories or the games or anything like that. And he did a really good job of explaining who Xeno Goku was. And then I was like, well, I see all these masked Saiyans all over the place. Like, what, Timebreaker Bardock, and I think there's a Broly one, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, what's the deal with them? And then, lo and behold, I find that Geekdom's done a video called Dragon Ball Heroes Evil Masked Saiyans Explained. So, he did a really good job of explaining Xeno Goku, so I thought, cool. He's obviously going to do a decent job of explaining he's Evil Masked Saiyans, so let's get into this. This is Dragon Ball Heroes Evil Masked Saiyans Explained.
With the Dragon Ball Heroes anime right around the corner, there's so many things
I only watched
that
the first 2 episodes of that.
When it comes to the history of Dragon Ball Heroes and the lore, and
cool.
I'm almost overwhelmed by how many topics I can cover. So what I did was I asked each and every one of you over in my community tab, I put up a poll.
That's cool.
And I said, hey, which of these Dragon Ball Heroes topics would you like me to cover? And I'm going to eventually cover all of them, right? But based on this poll, which got 18,000 votes, 50% of you guys, half of you guys, an overwhelming landslide, want me to cover the evil.
They look so cool. They look awesome. Like,
of Dragon Ball Heroes. Obviously,
awesome.
There's Timebreaker
Cool.
Bardock, who was the first one, and then there's Timebreaker Vegeta, and later on a few others too. So on this video, let's talk about it, because to me, this is one of the most awesome but downright nutty things about Dragon Ball Heroes.
Cool.
I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, orders you to subscribe and follow Geekdom 101 on these social media platforms.
So one of the more appealing things about Dragon Ball Heroes is that they take characters that at one time were irrelevant or just older characters, and they bring them back into the spotlight with some kind of power upgrade and some kind of new ability to make them relevant again. Now, if you played Xenoverse 2, you are familiar with the fact that Mira and Toa, specifically Toa, has her Dark Makai magic that can make somebody not only brainwashed to being her servant, but also give them a power boost. Sort of like what Babidi did in Dragon Ball Z.
Right, with Vegeta.
Well, in the Dragon Ball Heroes video game, she has that ability, but also there are other ways of brainwashing / giving somebody a ridiculous power upgrade. And the two that have come up most recently, and arguably the two strongest artifacts that are exclusive to Dragon Ball Heroes, and that is the Dark Dragon Balls and the Demonic Mask, otherwise known as the Timebreaker Mask. Now, the oldest and obviously most well-known of the evil Masked Saiyans is the original Masked Saiyan, which is, of course, Timebreaker Bardock. And most of you are probably familiar with him from Xenoverse 2. I did a video on Timebreaker Bardock a couple years ago when the game was coming out, going into his backstory, but he was the first one where Dragon Ball Heroes decided to bring him back into prominence as a villain, aligned with Mira and Toa, who went back in time, rescued Bardock before he was going to die, and brainwashed him with the Timebreaker Mask to make him into Timebreaker Bardock.
That's cool.
And whether you're playing Xenoverse 2 or Dragon Ball Heroes, the storylines do mirror each other, and the outcome is similar too, because at the end of the day, Bardock does eventually turn on Mira and kind of go his own way. In the Dragon Ball Heroes version of the story, his mask cracks in battle, he turns on Mira and unveils that he can actually achieve Super Saiyan 3. And that kind of power scaling and ridiculous power jumps is kind of what makes Dragon Ball Heroes a lot of fun, but also very, very headache-inducing if you're trying to make sense of it all. Because it really makes no sense that Bardock, who was a low-level soldier,
who got teleported from the past,
kind of power. But understand that nothing really makes a lot of sense if you try to power scale heroes. It's very challenging. Timebreaker Bardock, in his base form, was able to one-shot Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Base form Timebreaker Bardock defeated Gogeta from GT.
Is that how much of a power boost he gets?
Who was thought to be invincible in GT. I want you to think about what I just said. And one thing I will say is, for simplicity's sake, for this video, I'll be pulling from different sources. The Heroes video game, the Heroes manga, things like that. So to kind of explain this whole thing. So while Timebreaker Bardock was the first of these characters, he certainly would not be the last. With the idea being that members of the Timebreakers, who were actually called the Dark Empire or the Dark Makai Army and Heroes, used these masks that are a combination of technology and magic, evil magic, of course, to put it on people and make them their slaves, but also give them this humongous boost in power
That's amazing.
that many of these characters could never even hope to achieve on their own. Now, the main villain of the Dark Empire arc in Dragon Ball Heroes is the character by the name of Mecha Kibura, who was conjured up by Towa and her dark energy. Now, I'm going to get into a video about Mecha Kibura sometime in the future and go into his backstory, but just remember for now that he is the main villain of this story arc.
Okay.
And with the arrival of Mecha Kibura came a new Mass Saiyan. Now, the first Mass Saiyan was, of course, the father of Goku, Bardock, being brought back into prominence.
Yes.
And the creators of Dragon Ball Heroes probably figured, let's do the same thing with Vegeta's father, and that's how we get what is referred to as Time Breaker King Vegeta, or really Zeno King Vegeta.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say before I get into the Zeno King Vegeta storyline, which I think is pretty awesome, I want to say that for a very brief time, and if you want specifics, in Dragon Ball Heroes God Mission 9, there was a Time Breaker Zeno Vegeta that appeared very briefly in God Mission 9, and he was under the control of Mira. He had a big power-up, and once you defeat him, he goes back to being regular Time Patrol or Zeno Vegeta. There isn't much story here to talk about. It's just a mission that you do, and that's that. King Vegeta, though, he's got a whole story. Now, those of you who watch Dragon Ball Z, there's an anime-only scene in Dragon Ball Z where we see the demise of King Vegeta.
Yeah.
He goes in to begin his mutiny against Frieza,
Frieza just like,
and
nope.
Frieza, in his first form, remember that, in his first form, punched King Vegeta one time with an uppercut and sent him to his grave. He one-shotted and killed King Vegeta. That's not Zeno King Vegeta by a long shot.
No.
Remember, the Zeno characters in Dragon Ball Heroes are from different timelines. It's not the same guy. But remember, they do share similar backstories, which is why Zeno Paragus hates Zeno King Vegeta, because just like in Dragon Ball Z Movie 8, the first Broly movie, Zeno King Vegeta kicked him and Broly to the curb. Same thing here. Zeno King Vegeta is the primary servant of Mecha Kibura. So initially, King Vegeta Zeno was referred to as the Dark Mask King, and alongside Sauza are the left and right hand of Mecha Kibura. And their mission is to gather up the Dark Dragon Balls for Mecha Kibura. So they go and confront the Zeno Turles, who is, again, an alternate timeline version of the main Turles, at the Tree of Might, and they engage him in battle. Now, in the manga version, even though King Vegeta makes short work of Turles, Mecha Kibura realizes that he needs to give him more power, so what he does is he channels his energy and increases Dark Makai energy inside of Zeno King Vegeta to power him up. In the video game, though, he makes short work of Turles. Then later on, King Vegeta Zeno, the masked King Saiyan, confronts what is referred to as Super Saiyan 4 Dark Broly, sit down for this one. Super Saiyan 4 Broly with an upgrade from both the Dark Dragon Ball and the Demonic Mask.
How powerful is that?
I told you Heroes was weird, dude. Just try to follow me on this one. So they have a big fight, and King Vegeta, who has balls of steel, confronts this Broly and takes him on, one-on-one, without even being able to transform into Super Saiyan 1. This is base form, this guy. So you would think, okay, that's cool. Are they going to do Bardock versus King Vegeta? Yes, they did. Bardock Zeno battled King Vegeta, and during this fight is when King Vegeta's mask actually broke off, and it was finally revealed that he was indeed Zeno King Vegeta. During this battle, though, King Vegeta is still retaining all that power, forcing Bardock to power up to Super Saiyan 3, and King Vegeta still does not go down. And the way it's set up in the video game is, while all of this is going on, Zeno Paragus, that's right, Broly's father, who appears in this arc, comes in and attacks King Vegeta and actually hurts him, and that's left sort of like a cliffhanger in the video game. But the Dragon Ball Heroes manga gives us a much different outcome and an actual resolution. So in the Dragon Ball Heroes manga, King Vegeta Zeno beats Bardock and Paragus and kills Paragus Zeno. And essentially what happens after this is, after beating all the other Saiyans, what he wants to do, this is crazy, he wants to go back in time to before Frieza killed the Saiyans and wiped out Planet Vegeta and destroy Frieza and Beerus. I'm not kidding. I told you this guy had a huge sack. You gotta have balls of stone to want to face off against the God of Destruction, Beerus.
Damn.
Zeno King Vegeta is really, really powerful. As strong as Beerus, I don't know about that, but think about this one. What happens in the manga is that Zeno Bardock put the mask back on to become Timebreaker Bardock, so he got all that power back. Then he transformed into Super Saiyan 3, and then he was able to compete with King Vegeta, Zeno.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I'm out of breath just saying that. And also, before I forget, he also has an evolution called the Dark Evolution, where when Mecha Kibura basically gives him all of his dark magic power, he evolves into a new form, which is even more powerful. So again, Dragon Ball Heroes takes these characters who are, for lack of a better term, fodder to anybody in the modern Dragon Ball times,
and then makes
them relevant again
OP
with these masked power-ups and dark Dragon Ball upgrades that really have no rhyme and reason to them. It's whatever the people who make the games and the manga want to do. So there is no official multiplier for these upgrades, I guess you can call them. It's just game stuff that they just came up with to make them relevant again. And don't forget, Dark Broly is also wearing a Timebreaker mask. This is just what they do. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope I was able to enlighten you on the evil masked Saiyans of Dragon Ball Heroes and how the whole thing works.
That's cool.
And I'm sure that King Vegeta will not be the last one of these. I'm sure they're going to bring more people back. Maybe we'll get an evil masked Tarble in one of the future video games.
That'd be amazing.
But that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for voting in the poll and getting this video done. And I'll be working on more of these for you guys. So long for now, and I'll catch you down the road.
That was awesome. That was really cool. So it's like, we'll go back in time, find someone that was kind of weak, give them a multiplier mask, or a Dark Dragon Ball, and then they're really powerful. That was so cool. So like, there's Timebreaker Bardock. The Timebreaker Vegeta mask was a bit weird. That was like cool. The King Vegeta mask was cool, and the whole hood thing and everything he had. Really cool character design. And the Broly one's just like make him more muscular. No, that was awesome. Geekdom, you do really good at explaining stuff. That was really cool, man. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Down below, let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos, and I'll see you guys. It's all of you guys next time.